Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
And now, here's the veteran voice of the Legal Fix, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Lone Star State in Montgomery County, Texas, for a brand new episode of the Legal Fix, a new age radio show presented by the Tough Law Firm, the toughest law firm in town, with the toughest lawyers around, answering your toughest legal questions. Introducing first, hosting out of the red corner, the big deal, Bruce Colson. Tough, joined by Boy Wonder, Brandon Scott Riley, and super lawyer, G.I. Jerome, the Golden Boy, Jeremy Lee Hall.
Hey, welcome to the Legal Fix, a new age radio show brought to you by the Tough Law Firm, where we answer your toughest legal questions. Call our hotline at 936-900-2381. We just had a sound adjustment. I'm your host, Big Deal Bruce Tough, along with Boy Wonder, Brandon Riley, and G.I. Jerome, Jeremy Hall. And thank you, guys. It's good to have the band back.
The boys are back in town.
The boys are back. The band
is back in town.
The band, we had to cover for each other. You know,
we did. I
was
appreciate
just
that.
Me and Boy Wonder flying solo, and we had to bring in pinch hitter Daniel, right?
The Dementor.
Yeah, the Dementor. The Dementor came in.
Yeah, I watched from Corpus, though. You guys did great.
Oh, thank you. How was that trip?
It was excellent. Second anniversary with my beautiful wife, Ruby, and our brand new baby daughter, Remy Grace.
What
awesome.
Is this about?
We were
time off. What does that even
Well,
like?
let me tell you, Jeremy's the only one brave enough to take the time off, go on his anniversary trip with Ruby and Remy, and then get a trial setting notice on the day he gets back for trial Monday morning.
Welcome back.
Monday morning trial setting. I
ready.
came in, I go, oh yeah, we ready?
Yeah, I walked in ready for trial.
Oh my God, what a hit that was! I mean, that's like ice bucket water on your head,
it is,
right?
the ice bucket challenge.
Oh, my
ready
God.
for trial.
Well, it was a little chaotic this morning, but GI tells me he has everything under control, and we're not going to let Brandon do the exhibit preparation, just so Judge Bays knows, okay?
Or clear his throat into the microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
So today we've got a very special episode. We're discussing Montgomery County Commissioner's Court and the 2022 primary election with our special guest, Montgomery County Judge Mark Keogh.
Okay, now before we let Judge Keogh talk about himself, I'm going to interject one thing. Mark Keogh and I were in an election in 2014. G.I. Jerome says, hey, we're not talking about the 2014 election. I go, what do you mean?
Off
and he goes,
limits.
the state rep election, because I was a candidate and Mark Keogh was a candidate. And that's where we first met.
That's right.
We met at a debate in Shenandoah. And I want to say that it was no. Well, hello. It was a great experience for me. And it was a clean election, and Mark, couldn't run against a better person. So,
well, thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
When you think about all that has gone on during that time period up to now, it's remarkable.
Yes,
Truth is stranger than fiction.
It is.
Isn't it?
It is.
It's
From
amazing.
opponents to friends.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
yeah.
Awesome.
And I would call Mark a friend. So,
Likewise.
Mark, tell us about yourself. Tell us first of all your accomplishments on Commissioner Court as the highest elected official in Montgomery County, our county judge, and all those accomplishments, and a little bit about what's going on in the election now, about what you want to carry forward.
Yeah, I'd be glad to. When I think about this election, I think about who is running in all the various categories. The thing that I look for in a politician is I am looking for somebody who does what they say they're going to do. Are we asking too much for a politician who makes a promise to say, hey, would you just do what you said?
We like that.
I'm
We like
serious.
it. Yeah, we like that.
So what I did before I ran is we looked very hard at what we felt people were wanting in this next possible, if you will, changeover in the Commissioner's Court. And so I developed a contract with Montgomery County. And in that contract with Montgomery County, I am proud to say we have accomplished every single thing that we said we were going to do. Little stuff, even up to little stuff. When I went into that, I said I was going to cut my salary by 12%.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And since that time, I'm the only county in Montgomery, or the only employee in Montgomery County who has not taken a raise or a cost of living increase in 3 budget cycles.
Why not
that.
a
We
cost
like
of
that.
living increase?
Yeah, I said, because I made a promise. I said, this is what I'm going to promise, and I'm not going to increase my salary. The second thing, and I've kept that promise. Second thing I said was, as it related to mobility, if we have roads that we are charging people to drive on, and those roads are paid for, then we're going to end at that tax that we're doing on the people.
242.
So we took the tolls off at
Yeah.
242. It was painful, but by the time we got to the end of it, our commissioners court unanimously agreed to do that.
Nice.
And it's awesome. I mean,
drivers
really what
thank you.
has taken place. Yeah, it's huge.
My wife included.
And the text audit is the one that has picked up the maintenance on that. So those are two of the things that we did. Another thing that we did is I said that as I was so concerned about people here in our area being taxed out of they haven't paid for a home, but as their house increased in value, they kept paying more and more each year, more and more each year. So I said, how do we combat that? Well, we decided that we were going to, as the value of your home went up, we were going to drop the rate to compensate for the increase. Follow me? It's
Yep.
called the effective tax rate.
Right.
Bruce, you better follow.
I'm following this. No, I know what the effective tax rate
Yeah.
is. We did that on the township and
That's right.
MCAD,
the
right?
school district. Yeah,
Well-
we kept it below. We kept it effective or low. So
That's
that's a
right.
good. It's hard to do. Believe me, in
It is
government.
hard.
Yeah.
But you know what? With our growth, we're feeding the tax base.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be opportunity to do various things and not
Right.
sacrifice anything by keeping it at that level. But most importantly, to me, we said we were going to do it, and the court got together and agreed to do it. It was
Nice.
amazing.
Good.
Coalition
That's remarkable.
building.
That's right.
Working
boy.
together.
Another thing that I said that we would do is that we would develop a citizens-driven ethics commission. And because of my standing as a state rep, I was able to go to Austin. I was able to meet with the committee that would author county affairs, and they, sure enough, they accepted it, and they did a carve out for us, and so that we are one of 2 counties in the state of Texas that has an ethics commission that is citizen-driven, where it has real teeth in it in the event that they need to bring some type of litigation against an employer or a elected official, or to the possibility of giving them a fine up to $4,000 and possibly removed from office, depending upon what the offense is. Right. It was amazing how that went down, but I was able to go there and to stump for the benefit of the county.
like
There's
it.
something else that came up. And there were many other things that we said that we were going to do that we did, but some things that came up. Because of my time in the House of Representatives, I served 2 terms there. You automatically have standing. I can go into the chamber. I can talk with whoever I need to talk to. I can go to committee meetings.
Lifetime pass.
That's right, yeah. And so when it came to redistricting, we were concerned that they would come up with these districts that were basically dividing Magnolia in half, bringing, as you know, Betancourt up from the south, Colchorst around from the other side. And so we were going to take it and kind of chop up Montgomery County, and the goal was to save these other areas to keep them red. Well, here's the problem with that, is that when you think about redistricting, it's borders, it's population, and it's the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Those are the 3 elements. But the Supreme Court added another element, and that was communities of interest. That's right.
Right.
When we move somebody up from down by West Road or something like that, although they may be Republican, they're a different kind of Republican than what's over in Magnolia. And so when you cut Magnolia in half, like they were planning on doing, that's causing a major disruption in that community of interest.
Yeah, these
So
are
I
our Senate districts.
The
The
Senate-
Senate
that's right,
district,
Senate.
and I saw Senator Creighton this morning too. So these are all the senators that would be impacting Montgomery County.
That's
so
right.
Yeah.
That's right. So it's really beautiful what took place. They kept Magnolia. I talked with Dan Patrick, and we talked about this. And they kept Magnolia together. They
Nice.
still brought Lois in over on one side. You got Betancourt over from the other, and now you have 31 people in the Senate. And Montgomery County's got about 10% of the
Which
people
is
in-
good.
That's huge.
Yeah, yeah.
So these are the kind of things that we're doing. And guys, as much as I'd like to take credit for all this, it's not just me. It is the court. We are working together as good as we ever have. And my goal is to keep all of us together. We got myself and 2 others that are up for re-election, and Commissioner Metz and Commissioner Riley. And as far as I'm concerned, we have with our mobility plan that we've come up with, and the things that we're planning on do with our American Rescue Plan money and some of the other monies that we have. We are on the right track. So
Great.
it's very exciting.
All right, Judge. So I want to personally thank you for your leadership on COVID, keeping the county open and keeping us functioning. We're one of the 10 fastest growing counties in the United States. Your leadership is exemplary, and I'm glad you talked about your state legislative experience too, because you have that background, unlike I think the other candidates that are
Right.
running this race. So
Right.
what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break, but when we return, we're going to put you on the hot seat. I don't know if you've seen the hot seat, but it's a rapid fire cross examination. We're going to ask you the
Awesome.
questions. We put some great questions together for you, so you're
Okay.
going to have a lot of fun. So we're going to take a break on this segment. We're going to come back in our second segment. We're going to put the judge on the hot seat, and then we're going to talk about some other things. What
we'll
else?
also answer your toughest legal questions. So
All right.
please call our hotline 936-900-2381.
All right, we'll be right back.
I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
Top 40s. Dance. Latin. Country. Pop. Rock and roll. All at one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
One final time, here's the veteran voice of the legal fix, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Attorneys are licensed by the State Bar of Texas. Our 3 lawyers cross-examining the witness are Bruce Huff, Brandon Riley, and Jeremy Hall. And when the action begins, the witness on the hot seat will answer as many questions with the fewest words as fast as they can. The hot seat is sponsored by The Legal Fix, a new age radio show brought to you by the Tuff Law Firm. We're tough for you. And now, for those listening on the radio and Legal Fix fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the Legal Fix studios in the Woodlands, Texas, it's time! One lightning round for the undisputed Legal Fix Hot Seat Championship of the World.
Welcome back to the Legal Fix, brought to you by the Tuff Law Firm, and we're going to answer your toughest
hear
legal
that?
questions. Yes.
Did you
yes.
hear that?
Yeah, he did. Boom.
He did that.
Boom. 936-900-2381 if you have any questions for Judge Keogh.
Jerome cleared his throat.
I
No,
know.
that was
Yeah.
BW. Run it back.
Today we're discussing with Commissioners Court with Judge Mark Keogh, and we're going to cover some of the hot topics ranging from the war in Ukraine to the legal consequences flowing from the winter storm Uri, and over a year later, Judge helped us through all of those. But now we're going to do the hot seat. Thank you, Bruce Buffer, for that introduction. Will you swear in the witness, G.I. Jerome?
I will. Judge Keogh, have you seen the hot seat before? Do you know what you're in for?
I'm so excited. I can't hardly stand it. Let's go.
You're going to serve
Let go.
You're going to serve as the witness in a rapid-fire cross-examination.
Okay.
We're going to ask you our toughest questions. You're going to give short answers as fast as you can.
Okay.
Should be able to answer about one question every 5 seconds. The record holder is Paula Hughes. The eraser.
The eraser.
2 seconds. So I'm going to swear you in.
No worries.
State your full name for the record.
Mark J. Keogh.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and your version of the truth? Answer the most questions with the fewest words as fast as you can.
I do.
He ready.
We're on. How do you spell keyhole?
K-E-H-O-L-E.
No space. Are you related to Keegan Michael Keogh?
I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Keogh from The Matrix.
Nope.
R&B singer Neo.
Nope.
Come closer. Come close.
I wish.
Where'd you go to undergrad?
I went to Cedarville College and University of Cincinnati.
So you're a yellow jacket.
Yeah, you know about that.
Yeah. Have you ever murdered one with a fly swatter?
I have yellow jacket, yes.
Nice.
So you've never let one just sting you.
No.
Okay.
Well, I've been stung by, but I didn't let him do it.
You wouldn't let one sting your grandbabies.
No.
So you have 4 kids.
Yes.
What are their names and ages?
Jessica, Rebecca, Sarah, and Josh.
Who's your favorite? Oh, I didn't even get the ages. Sorry.
They're all my favorite.
I'm going fast.
39, 35, 33, and 31.
You got it.
Have you ever received a permanent?
No.
What kind of hair products you use?
None.
Okay.
Isn't it true that you and your wife Kim share the same hair dye?
Sometimes.
Do you stock up at Costco? Buy in bulk?
I don't, but she does.
Okay. Have you ever rocked a mustache?
I have.
Bristle brush. Nice.
How about a Holy Ghost lip tickler?
Yeah, done that too.
Do you wear short shorts to the gym?
Sometimes.
Do you even lift, bro?
Yeah, I do.
How much you bench?
320.
Isn't it true you wear glasses?
It is true.
And we're going to need video evidence of that. Isn't it true you wear glasses just for style?
No.
What's your eyesight?
20/20 distance.
What other handicaps do you have?
I have a brand new hip.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome.
This Halloween, will you go as Donald Trump?
You're fired.
No, I'm going to go. I'm going to go as a vampire, and I have a sign on my chest that says "blood-sucking politician."
We
nice.
did vampire costumes for Halloween and dressed up like Gordy Bunch.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Gordy
okay.
Bunch.
Did you know that you're the only candidate to feature a photo with Donald Trump on your mailer? Look at this right here. Yeah.
Only candidate
The only
with
candidate.
Donald Trump.
Yeah,
How about
yeah,
that?
right here.
Did you know that?
How about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, not true.
There's like 20 or 40 other candidates
Yeah,
with
he's
Trump
in,
picks.
he's
yeah.
in like 106% of all mailers.
It was very exciting.
Can you tell us about your logo? What is that?
Key.
Just like a janitor key?
No, man, that's just a. It's a key that has, I think, the statement of quality and class, and it helps people remember my last name.
Serious.
Key.
That
The
is
key
good. I know
to
it
a
does.
better Montgomery County.
But you didn't just reappropriate some clip art, did you?
No.
Wait, so is this the key to Pandora's box?
Nope. Could be. Could be.
So you're the incumbent county judge,
Yes,
right?
I am.
Do you throw a temper tantrum when you're overturned on appeal, or do you take it like a man?
I take it like a man.
Attaboy.
How many cases do you have on your docket?
We have no cases.
What's the best kept secret about Commissioner's Court?
There is none.
Which commissioner spends the most time in the mirror?
Me.
How about the least?
I'm not a commissioner. I'm a county judge.
Who spends the least time in the mirror?
I would have to say that would be a tie between the rest.
Okay. Not
Assume-
Jameson.
Assuming you're the top dog, who's
No.
the second
No.
best county official?
Second best.
Second best.
What kind of a question is that?
You're the top dog.
Okay, you're talking
Who's
about
the second
on the
best?
commissioner's court or just in general?
In general, whole county.
I think that the second best is in a category of all of our law enforcement elected officials.
Good.
Nice.
Yes.
What's the meanest
Yes.
thing you've said in court?
I'm sorry?
Meanest thing you've said in court?
Be nice.
Nice. You spent decades at Nexus Lexus peddling Lexi, or what's the plural of Lexus? Lexuses?
It's Lexus.
Lexus.
Plural of Lexus is Lexus.
Then you found your light with the Pathfinder Fellowship of the Woodlands. Why'd you switch to Nissan?
More bang for your buck with the Pathfinder?
You know, the Pathfinder was awesome, but it was a class. The Nissan was a car.
Yeah. What job got you the most bad jokes? Used car salesman, pastor?
Politician.
Who made better eye contact?
it.
Parishioners after the offertory prayer, or your next victim as you made a beeline through the car lot?
Beeline through the car lot.
Your wiki page says you also served as a headmaster?
That's right.
What drew you to headmastery?
Well, you know, I try to master whatever I do, but I was specifically involved in Christian school education.
How long did it take you to master headmastery?
3.5 years.
Did you have headmaster business cards?
I did.
Did your name tag say Headmaster Pastor Keogh?
It did.
If you could be anything other than a headmaster, a pastor, car salesman, state rep, county judge, what would it be?
A retired guy.
Nice.
Okay,
nice.
so have you heard the joke about the pastor and the used car salesman and the politician that walk into the bar?
No, but
Okay.
I'm fixing to, I
The
think.
bartender said, "What do you have, Judge Keogh?"
Do you have a will?
You know, I do have a will.
Do you have a prenup?
No.
How much money will it take for you to retire?
A lot.
What's the most humble job you've ever had?
Washing dishes when I was 14 years old for $1 an hour.
How often
Nice.
do you check social media?
Daily.
What apps do you use?
I use a Facebook app, on Instagram,
Instagram.
a number of them.
When you're on there, are you posting, commenting, or just trolling?
A little of all.
Have you cried in the last year?
Yes.
Month?
February of 22.
Okay.
Very good.
Sum up your life philosophy in a word or phrase.
Do the right thing.
What's one thing people don't know about you that you'd like them to know?
That I am really a normal guy.
What's your top unchecked bucket list item?
Well, that's going to be a hunting trip with the pursuit of North American game. I've already been to South
And
Africa.
I've seen your heads. I've seen your heads. One food for life.
Trophies.
What would you eat?
I'm sorry?
This is a
One
nice-
food for life. What would you eat?
Watermelon.
Fastest you've ever gone in a car. Top speed.
On a track, 140.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Didn't
Favorite
qualify.
political movie or show?
Oh, my goodness gracious. The Candidate.
Favorite place you've
Nice.
ever been?
The Woodlands, Texas.
Favorite candidate you've gotten to know in the primaries this year?
Donald Trump. Not a candidate, but I got to know Donald
Least
Trump.
favorite.
Most hated, biggest villain.
None.
Who's smarter, you or Kim?
Kim. I married way over my head, man. I'm not in denial.
Sherlock Holmes or Lori Watson?
Sherlock Holmes.
Nowak or Mets?
Both.
Charlie Riley or Brandon Riley?
Both. With a
Tie.
preference towards Charlie.
Yeah,
All
gotta
right.
work with him.
100-yard dash. You and Sarah Countryman to decide the election. Give us your pre-race prayer with a dash of mental warfare.
Psych her out.
At the end of the day, when the debate is lost, the losers choose slander as their tools.
Nice.
That's very
Good
going
one.
down.
Good one.
Amen. What's a better pet? A mangy mongrel doog or a
Doog.
medium rare roadside varmint?
A Doog.
Dude, he did it.
Would you rather eat dung beetles in Egypt with Cleopatra or magic mushrooms at Magic Mountain with Magic Mike?
Definitely magic. Mushroom to the
That's very magical.
Magic Mike.
Would you rather be trampled by thoroughbreds in the rodeo grand entry or the first man on the sun when Elon Musk takes a wrong turn into space?
I'll take my chance in the rodeo with the champion horses. How about that?
Rusty Hardin or Tony Busby?
You're killing me on that one. Rusty Hard.
Nice.
Why does
Good
Deshaun
choice.
Watson need so many massages?
I don't know.
All right. Judge, did you love the hot seat? We prepared for
The
you.
hot seat is awesome. I love it.
Attaboy.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Good job. Yes.
It's over. You're
job,
off the
Judge.
hot seat.
Yeah. Great job, Judge. Thank you. And and thank you, G.I. Jerome, for coming back and prepping our questions and doing that.
absolutely.
And so it's
Well
really
done.
good.
Pleasure to do it for Judge Keogh.
Thank
Golden
you.
boy.
Thank you. So we're going to go right into hot topics. How about that? Or let me tell you this. Let's
about
like
that?
yeah. Just so everybody knows, we're here with Commissioner's Court and the primary Judge Mark Keogh, and Judge Keogh is in a primary election. That's what I meant to say. I'm kind of stumbled through that. I actually was voting with Sydney Tuff, and we went out to vote and saw Judge Keogh. Yes, she drove in from the University of Houston to vote, Judge.
That's awesome.
So,
That's great.
Yeah, and it was great that she could meet you. And
Yeah.
And so, how's the election going? You feeling good about everything?
I feel very good about the election. You never know in these things until it's all over, but all indication is that we're moving in the right direction, and it appears that we're going to win and win soundly.
Outstanding.
But again, things could change. You never know.
Who comes in second?
I don't know. I think that'd be a tough call.
Yeah. Well, you want to take it now. No runoff.
No
We're gonna
runoff.
do this.
No, we need
Now,
to end
it's
this.
exhausting.
We want to end this right now.
And we hope it ends. Judge, we are having a get out the vote for Maris Blair, and it's going to be at Tommy Bahamas, so I know you're going to be across the street still campaigning. But if you have a chance to come, please have a refreshment with me. We would love and introduce you to the massive crowd that's going to gather and celebrate.
4:30 to 7:30
Yes.
today.
Today, good.
It's on my
Good.
calendar.
Yes,
It's
sir.
already confirmed. Looking
Thank you
forward
much.
to it.
Thank
Excellent.
you much.
Very good.
All right, you guys going to launch into hot topics and let the judge comment on the few things?
B-dub.
Yeah. Well, I think we should start with Winter Storm
Good luck
Uri,
in the
just
election,
a
too,
little
Judge.
easier.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A Dallas en banc panel from the district court, the federal district court, has ruled that the ERCOT does not have sovereign immunity, that they're a private entity, and therefore they could be sued over Winter Storm Uri and the effects of it, which I think opens a litany of different cases between individual businesses and people that were gouged by their electric providers, and
Right.
the potential of a third-party lawsuit against ERCOT related to the real-time index pricing that jumped astronomically for a period of time. And there was a lot of testimony in the actual legislature regarding whether or not those numbers were even accurate at the time when the winter storm hit and the pricing spiked. And you see these people with $50,000, $60,000 electric bills for a 2-week period where many people went without power, but those that ended up having power paid a huge premium on it. And so just another one of those things that has come up that's very interesting, and it really affects everything that we do in a certain way. And so the quote from the en banc panel was, ERCOT is subject to statutory restrictions and requirements that do not generally apply to non-governmental organizations, but those restrictions and requirements do not change ERCOT's fundamental nature as a private organization. And so without legislative intent or any kind of committee notes that would show that they intended for them to have sovereign immunity, ERCOT is now wide open to lawsuits across the board.
Okay. Wow.
That's a lot of
Interesting.
$20 words right there, BW. Break it down for the lay people. What's en banc? I know you and Bruce love your Latin pocket
Bruce,
dictionaries.
you got this one en
The
banc?
en
It just
banc
means
is
that all the judges...
the whole panel
right,
of the judges,
the entire
because
panel of judges.
these appellate courts can have 3 judges decide on a appeal issue that comes up. And Judge Keogh, man, that was a scary time for us last year. About a year ago,
Oh, yeah.
Uri, the big storm, and being prepared, and then all of a sudden no electricity. And I know you were working with Entergy and
Oh, yeah.
CenterPoint and had them on the hotline, but it was. I mean, this was razor thin for us. I mean,
Oh
it
man,
could have
big
been-
time. Those guys are great partners, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they really are. And this whole issue of now treating ERCOT like they're a private entity.
What is that? What's ERCOT?
ERCOT is a group of Entergy. It's an energy conglomerate that is kind of the controlling of all these various sectors of the energy elements across the state and into other areas as well.
Yep.
And whereas, although I think they're part of it, CenterPoint and Entergy have a little bit different configuration. Without going into the details on that, because I don't know the details, but they are not of that ilk. But that's an amazing finding that now they're subject to a class action suit, and I mean that's huge.
Yeah, liability
It'll get appealed
exposures
back
and
to the Fifth Circuit
yeah,
again. And that's why the en banc
Right.
panel was called. You usually request an en banc rehearing when you get a bad result that you didn't want in the Fifth Circuit. So you request en banc all the judges sit down together and make a decision as a group of, I guess it's 9 judges up there. I'm not sure off the top of my head. It's 9 or 12.
Yeah.
And
You
so
have to get approval for that, like the Supreme Court.
the
They don't
judges
just do
themselves,
it.
right?
Yeah.
And the Supreme Court, and that's what's very interesting. The Supreme Court has recently ruled in several cases, including the most recent University of the Incarnate Word versus Redis, that they didn't extend sovereign immunity to purely private entities, even if they do perform governmental functions. So there's the quasi-governmental question, and that's what's trying to be addressed here. Is ERCOT is quasi-governmental. They are a private, non-profit organization, but they serve a governmental function. But the legislator wasn't very clear in their intent as to whether or not they could have sovereign immunity, and now we have case law that says that they're not, which should open a lot of different lawsuits. Even for people defending lawsuits against energy companies suing them for their money.
Right,
Would open
right.
it up to a third-party action, or at least a responsible third-party pleading.
Yeah.
That's good for the consumers.
All right, you
It's
both
good for the
boy
residents.
wonder you
But,
have a
yeah,
we have a
1
minute. We
This
have a
is-
minute, so
this
you
is
got to wrap
critical.
this up.
This is critical.
Wrap it up, and then we're
Three
yeah.
thoughts. Three
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah.
With Ukraine is a breadbasket. It has oil and gas, and it has a strategic position with freshwater ports that Russia could use even in the winter. See, Russia has no freshwater ports that don't freeze during the winter unless they have the Crimean Peninsula. So with
Crimea River.
that many ethnic Russians and other things going on, it makes sense that they're attempting to expand a little to push NATO back. And I think what that brings about is the reality that the International Criminal Justice Court is a joke when it comes to major players like Russia or
yeah.
China.
Yeah.
They'll never be able to haul them into that court. But for smaller countries, perhaps it will still work to bring them to the table. Or if the U.S. wants to topple a dictator and send him to the ICJ, it will work in that situation. but
Courts
it won't
don't beat
work.
war.
China's licking its chops over Taiwan.
You know,
right
it's
now.
interesting. Xi Jinping actually came out and said, please negotiate with Ukraine today. As of today, he told Russia to negotiate. He doesn't.
Well, Vladimir Putin's probably going to listen to
And I
him.
think
yeah.
it goes
Oh, that
guy.
against China's interest for Russia to be in a war, though. It doesn't help them unless it's a war with us, and it's not with us, so it doesn't help them. But the most interesting thing is how Article 5 could come into play if they expand past the Ukraine,
Right.
where, if anyone is attacked, Article 5 of the North
Yes,
American
right,
Treaty.
right.
Right.
NATO.
So, NATO.
North Atlantic.
North Atlantic,
Yes,
excuse me. I
thank
said
you.
American. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that correction. Big deal, Bruce Tough, always there to correct me. That's
A lot of
okay.
acronyms from B-dubs
Too much,
today.
too much.
North
But so
Atlantic.
Article 5 says if you attack one, all of us are being attacked.
Yeah,
and therefore,
right.
we'll all attack you back. And that's kind of, Vladimir spoke a lot about that. And his point was, if that happens and you guys draw Ukraine into NATO and then we go to war, it's a zero-sum game because we have better nukes or equal nukes to you all.
He's got 40% of the nukes, so
It's a scary
he's-
proposition.
He's crazy,
Zero-sum
but I
game.
think it's the Ukrainians. Those people are tough, man.
They are.
They
It's
aren't going to.
amazing.
You're going to have those
Klitschko
Russians
brothers.
walking around in the street steps. They're going to be. I mean, let me tell you, they're not going to take this laying down. They're,
They're
going
gonna fight
after
back.
them. They are.
And the most interesting thing, not to run over, but the most interesting thing is watching a modern country with cell phone technology be able to show us live from the streets what's going
Yeah,
on. And I
exactly.
don't think we've really seen that in
No.
the modern era.
This is going to be hand to hand, baby. It's going to be
Can
rough.
I make just one comment?
Yeah,
on this?
please.
The reason that this has taken place is because we have lost our ability to deter. When Trump left,
Oh.
and then
I
we pulled
agree.
out of Afghanistan the way we did,
I agree.
what is the
The
matter
Crimean-
with those weak stick Americans over there?
The
We
Crimean
can do whatever we
Peninsula-
want.
That's
I know.
right. The Crimean Peninsula was taken under Obama.
Biggest
and now
strategic
Ukraine is
blunder
being
ever.
taken under Biden, and it was
Unbelievable. It would have
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
happened if Trump was in power.
Isn't it dangerous
I don't
if
think
we
you're
play
wrong.
world police that we'll end up on the wrong side because we don't understand what's going on?
Well, not only that, we're talking about going over there to defend their borders. We can't even defend the border of Texas.
That's right. Why
mean,
we're going
it's
to defend the
insane.
borders of Ukraine, but we can't even defend the southern border
that's
of the United
exactly right.
might
States.
have to
That's
extend this
exactly
for a
right.
2-hour segment.
Got to look it up on Google.
All right, we're getting the flag. So, all right, I want to thank Judge Keogh for being here. Judge, great luck in the election.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
We wish you the best, and we love your conservative philosophy and leadership in Montgomery County. Montgomery
you.
County is the greatest county in the United States. and
Amen.
a lot of it's attributed to you. So, thank you so much, and thank you for tuning into the Legal Fix, brought to you by the Tough Law Firm. Call our office at 281-681-0808 or visit toughlawfirm.net, or if you want to ask any questions below.
You can watch past episodes and highlights at toughlawfirm.net/thelegalfix. For the latest, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And tune in to 91.1 FM The Boss, Fridays at noon. I know you're trying to get us on TikTok.
I'm the big deal, Bruce Tuff, with Boy Wonder, Brandon Riley, super lawyer G.I. Jerome, Jeremy Hall, and our guest, Judge Mark Keogh. And we'll see you next week on The Legal Fix, live at noon.
Goodbye.